people knew of a guy, John Lawson, who named himself Pazuzu. He became a quote-unquote Satanist.
He had followers, the misfits, the outcasts.
He tried to have orgies and manipulate people into having sex.
People would come to Pazuzu's house because there was no rules. There was always black metal blaring at ear-shattering volumes.
Police today looking for the bodies of 2 local men believed to be missing.
Dude, your house smells like death. Oh yeah, it's just the bodies in the basement.
We got a possible serial killer. We executed a search warrant.
They didn't find anything.
And the investigation's still not over.
Nothing could prepare you for what you saw inside Pazuzu's house.
How did we not know? That's what people, how did the neighbors not smell anything?
The so-called devil worshiper, addict, murderer who left the bodies of 2 men to rot in his backyard in Clemmons.
He would eat the heart of it and then burn the flesh of the rabbit.
This is John Alexander Lawson. He and Pazuzu are different, but the same, because they're the same person.
Little Johnny was not right, and everybody knew it.
John Alexander Lawson was born in San Francisco, California in December of 1978. Raised primarily by his mother, Cynthia, who took pictures of her baby in the bathtub, smiling with his straight blonde hair and piercing blue eyes, dressed up like a cowboy, hat and all.
Well, he was in the Cub Scouts and I was the den leader.
Cynthia was raised in Forsyth County. Having graduated from Parkland High School, the pair moved back to North Carolina when John was 2. For years, they were a normal family. He was a normal boy, with his blue Royals jersey and bat on his knee.
And then he got into football.
In pads for the Pofftown Packers, golden locks flowing in the wind.
And he just kind of, no more sports.
Cynthia says she first noticed a change in her son when she remarried. The pair and his new stepfather, Johnny, moved into the home on Nob Hill Drive in Clemmons. But John and Johnny didn't always get along, and John became a recluse.
I told Johnny that I wanted to just maybe I can work with him.
The couple separated, and neighbors say that's when they started seeing John outside again.
And we had so much fun. I mean, he always made me laugh.
Where he was rarely seen was at school.
2008, when it was really obvious that he had changed.
He'd repeated 2nd grade and 9th when he dropped out.
Yeah, and that's basically because he didn't go to school. It wasn't because he failed, he just didn't go to school.
His appearance shifted. The long locks were shaved off. His dress became more gothic.
He was wanting to hang out with people that I didn't want him to hang out with.
She brought him to what was then the Reynolds Health Center on Highland Avenue, but he wasn't there long.
I think that I loved him too much, and then, I said, okay, whatever you want to do.
Then he started searching for ways to change how he saw the world, with a forensic evaluation showing he started regularly consuming alcohol at age 13.
There was this one guy that was doing meth and got John into doing that, and I don't know if I just turned a blind eye or...
Soon, he further changed the way the world saw him. He legally changed his name from John Lawson to Pazuzu Algarad. Pazuzu, a demon featured in The Exorcist. Cynthia says he didn't worship the devil, instead, a dragon, as she put it, named Tiamat. Homemade tattoos on his face developed from this, to this, to this. He filed his teeth to points.
But that was one of the first ones he did, and you can just see the anger coming out.
In February of 2006, at the age of 27, Pazuzu went to Daymark Recovery Services. Records show he was diagnosed with agoraphobia, an anxiety disorder centered around fearing or avoiding places that might cause you to feel panic. He left after 2 months, then returned again in October of 2008. Within the next year is when Cynthia says she was in the home as Pazuzu and his spiritual wife, Amber Birch, killed Joshua Wetzler and Tommy Dean Welch.
I went back to my bedroom. I thought, what am I going to do? Okay. Well, gosh, in the state he's in, he might shoot me. I don't think he would. He's had plenty of opportunities to kill me if he wanted to.
All right, let's do it. Okay. Well, this one will fail real quick.
Just on this part.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely unfit for human habitation. No drainage. Touch this?
I will open for you.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's get those rooms back there. Look at that.
Step.
Jesus Christ.
Sir, did you by chance get right here?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Is that thing dead?
No, it's alive. I think there's mold coming through the roof. Just watch your step, there's a lot of broken glass.
Okay.
Actually, you hadn't hit the worst part yet.
Don't believe any of my hoarding cases will match with this one.
And this is the cleanest room in the house.
Huh?
This is the cleanest room in the house.
Get that room to go down there.
That one, yeah, I got it good.
This one was 2 days before he died.
It was October 26th, 2015. From Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina, Pazuzu Algarad sent his mother Cynthia this letter.
He always said Mom, of course, and Shakamuku, which means what's up in Arabic. And he says, I'm so bored. Got a letter from you and one from Amber. I despise the human race. People are ugly and pointless creatures. I sit back and watch them and they anger me. I should get a medal for murdering these stupid Maybe when I'm dead, the gods of chaos shall grant me the power. I mean, he was so hurt and angry, you know, and so how's things your way when you and Kim coming to see me again? Well, I'm hungry and tired, so I'll write you again here soon. I love you.
2 days later, he was dead, ruled a suicide, his cause of death, blood loss from a deep wound to a major blood vessel in his left arm. The autopsy revealing tattoos that had largely gone unseen to the public, some reading Pazuzu, Lucifer, Satan, Villain, 666, Joker, live fast and die. Today, Pazuzu's forensic evaluation from his accessory after-the-fact conviction is providing insight into how his mind functioned.
They're very sensational, these cases, but they're very rare.
Psychiatrist Dr. Phil Levine says Pazuzu's schizotypal personality disorder would have led him to experience unusual perceptual experiences, odd thinking or speech, to be suspicious, paranoid.
I can't connect up from a schizotypal personality structure to murders.
Levine says mental illness is a separate problem from people who become violent.
This case is much different, I think. It's a real outlier.
Adding he wouldn't have responded well to medications.
He had alcohol problems for a long time, and then he started getting into methamphetamines, which is not likely to help him, but to make his anxiety issues worse.
Do you think there are other people like him out there?
There are. They're not common.
I feel like I failed him. I feel like I failed him. I would give him the world.
Today, Pazuzu's remains are in Cynthia's living room.
I think that I loved him too much, and then, I said, okay, whatever you want to do.
Less than an hour away,
Her daddy was a stallion named Rolling Stone.
Stacy Carter, lit by a golden hue, dragonflies representing transformation circling overhead,
It's just recent they've appeared, and I don't know why.
reflects on the day she learned Pazuzu had killed himself.
I didn't really feel much, honestly. I wasn't surprised. I never knew the guy.
The day she met Pazuzu's mother.
I don't think she's evil. I think things got out of hand. She lost control, and then she was terrorized. She was powerless.
The day she met the father of her child.
And we just started talking, and it was just like, just magnetic.
And on the back of a peaceful creature,
My life's work has become about horses and teaching people, giving people that opportunity.
she hopes people will learn
I would like to see prevention.
from what led to her now 15-year-old son having to grow up without a father at the hands of a man who fancied himself a mythical beast.
You take somebody like Pazuzu and you can blow him off and you can say, you know what? He's a loser. He's a loser. Who cares? But if we don't help and do something in those situations, it affects everybody.
Michael Hennessy, Fox 8 News.
Welcome, horror family. Pazuzu, the demonic force responsible for enticing 12-year-old Reagan McNeil through a Ouija board, cloaked as her imaginary companion, Captain Howdy, capturing her soul and tormenting her through demonic possession. But what was Pazuzu? What kind of demon was behind the torn lips and drooling bile that unnerved and taunted Father Karras? I'm going to explore the mythology behind Pazuzu and where the concept of this demon originated from. Pazuzu is an Assyrian Babylonian demonic deity from the first millennia, before Common Era. Son of Hanbi, an ancient Sumerian god of evil, very little is known about Hanbi. The term demon in modern day carries a characteristic weight of evil, but in the ancient world the term was very different. The English word demon from the Greek word daemon simply means spirit. In early cultures, demons were sent by gods to punish for sin, or to remind of duty towards the divine, similar to Judaic Hasatan, meaning adversary, a force that grows stronger to punish the wicked, coinciding with the sins of man. In the Babylonian myth of Atrahasis, humans grew too quick in numbers, with excessively long lifespans. The supreme deity Enlil was disturbed by their loud, intrusive existence, and decided to destroy them all in a great flood. The god of wisdom, Enki, conceived to repopulate the earth, but gave humans shorter lifespans and greater threats to their daily lives in order to control their numbers. Demons being part of this plan were sent to punish, test, and torment to decide who is worthy of living. Pazuzu is said to have controlled the west and southwest winds, responsible for famine during the dry season and infestations during the rainy seasons. Even though Pazuzu was told to be responsible for the destructive force behind these plagues, he was also called upon to defend against them. The people of Mesopotamia believed that the southwest wind brought disease and ill effect from the west, which was the direction of the land of the dead, and prayers were offered to him intended to divert natural destruction with benevolent protection. The people of Babylonia saw Pazuzu as a favored deity for safekeeping that held great power, capable of scaring off lesser demons. Many ancient Mesopotamians invoked his favor against the demon goddess Lamashtu, who preyed upon pregnant women and newly born children, or Samana, a demon with dragon teeth, eagle talons, and a scorpion's tail, who interfered with sexual intercourse and fertility. Statuettes and engravings represented him with huge eyes, canine face, scaly body, snake penis, large wings, and talons. Over the centuries, by means of increased influence from Christianity, demons, along with old gods, had no place in the heaven of the Christian God, and so were relegated to hell. To the people of his day, Pazuzu was regarded as security and a shield against misfortunes in an uncertain and frightening world. But an ancient Mesopotamian figure of fearsome aspect was the perfect choice for an incarnate of evil, with audiences easily accepting the ancient demon god as an instrument of satanic influence. It is possible that this ancient daemon was portrayed unfairly, driven by propagated religious influence, or possibly a long-forgotten and spiritually neglected presence found its way back from the forgotten passage of time, seeking retribution in the form of its assumed caricature. It is without question Pazuzu was a force to be reckoned with. Father Karras and Father Marin in that faithful day learned that battling with evil, either Christian in concept or ancient Babylonian, is not easily campaigned, with a little girl stuck right in